Molt bon dia a tothom.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Ricard Machen's press conference to present the FC Barcelona campaign to help the refugees. As you know, the news in the last weeks, we know that we're going through one of the biggest migratory crises of the last decades in Europe. And FC Barcelona's foundation, in respect for its sensitivity towards this kind of thing, has wanted to help. So we'd like to thank all the people here representing the foundation and the Red Cross. The first Vice President, Jordi Cardoner, will be speaking first. Good morning, everybody. I'm appearing here today to present our project to aid the refugees. I say project because it's not a one-off action. We're talking about an ongoing, over time project. So that's different. It's what makes our club different as a club. The Tal Serval Danim slogan, meaning it doesn't matter where you come from, shows how the Barca family has always wanted to help people from wherever they may come.
Campanya si em podeu ajudar perquè veig.
Bit of a problem with the PowerPoint. It's working now.
Ara sí, gràcies. L'objecte de la campanya
So the objective, as we can see, is to help the refugees. It's a project which will be operating via our partners, the Red Cross in Catalonia. We'll be helping for this foundation project to flourish and to achieve its objectives successfully. We're also working with the Barcelona City Council. They've offered their disposition to help, as well as the Generalitat, the Catalan government. They're also collaborating. So it's a reciprocal relationship. The city is available to us, the country is available to us, and our facilities and materials and media are being put at the disposition of the campaign. When I say it's a project meaning everybody, I mean everybody, all the sectors, starting with the players, the coaches, the essence of the club, the members, the supporters clubs, who are how we are able to contact with the different parts of the territory, the fans, and the millions of people following us on social networks, our suppliers, who also form part of the club network, and our sponsors. So this is a 360-degree project in which everybody is able to help and show the values which FC Barcelona is so strongly associated to, and we can show that this is a project for everybody. There are three basic aims. One is fundraising. Naturally, we want to make money for the refugees. Then there's integration of these people in such dreadful situations. If we can do what we can to help them to integrate in our society, in our territory, and our club. And also awareness. That's raising awareness, which is going to start from the players, from the football and other sports teams, and the other people that work in the club. So the fundraising will be done in a variety of different ways. The normal formula of online and sending text messages and collection boxes. which is collection boxes, which will be around the club, in the supporters' clubs, and at matches. We'll be looking at the schedule in a moment for the first phase of the project, which is until the end of the year and the start of January. But unfortunately, because this is not a one-off situation, this is something that we unfortunately believe that this social problem is going to be continuous. It's going to be a long-term problem and therefore a long-term project. We've got this phone number that you can phone to get information about how you can make donations. Turning back to the awareness idea, it's basically starting with the footballers who, in fact, right now are recording those mini videos so that their voices can be used to get the message across. Also, the coaches, they've already expressed that they're willing to do whatever they can to help, both in terms of quality and quantity. We'll try to do whatever we can. Here are some of the different graphics that are going to be associated with the campaign. This isn't all of them. This is just a selection that we're working on. Here's the poster that we're presenting today. And here are some other images that we're going to be including basically on our social networks and online. Those are some examples. There'll be a microsite set up on the Barcelona website. It'll be launched this very afternoon. The InfoSocis, which is used to inform members as well. There'll be videos on TV and on the stadium scoreboard, and going back once again to social networks. And also you, the media, the written press, the radio, the television. We're also hoping that you can put an extraordinary effort in donating spaces for what we believe is something that we all need to collaborate with. So we're looking for your help in the media as well. Going back to integration, we're talking here about people that are going to be coming not for short periods, but maybe for 3 years. They may go on to form part of our population. These people need to be integrated. An important way of doing that is through the peñas, the supporters clubs. We've got thousands of them working actively in the country, and they have a way of inviting them into joining into the Barcelona form of beliefs, and they're more than ready to welcome these people. The presidents of the different federations, they're all around the territory, and Barca supporters want to do what they can to raise awareness amongst the people, but most importantly to integrate people in society. So there will be a welcome project that we're working on for these people in our territory, and we're very grateful to the supporters clubs for everything that they've done around the territory for us, and will do as well. Okay, here we've got a time schedule, a chronogram, which is showing the different events that are going to be established from today, with this press conference as the starting point, we could say. We've got the day of the Mercè festivals here at the Arc de Triomphe, then here at the stadium against Levante on the 20th, the first game. We'll be doing things, and also in these other different games that you can see over the years, not just in the stadium, but also in the Palau Blaugrana and in the mini estadi. So there are different ways of promoting this event and achieving the 3 objectives that I commented on earlier. I said it's not a one-off activity. We've got fundraising, we've got an auction coming up. We don't know when these people, basically Syrians, but also from other territories, are going to be arriving, but we do know that they'll be coming, and when they do, we'll be ready to welcome them. Our facilities will be available. We know a lot of them are children that don't even understand what's happening to them. So we want to create a nice welcome and environment for them to come to. Here at Barça, we know that people have said, and experts will be helping with the children with this brutal change, such a psychological effect is going to have them. So these are just some of the activities we've got now in, not just in September, October, but in November. You see, we'll be continuing to work with different projects. This is an open project where we're ready to do what we can. So if people have got other tactics and ideas, then great, bring them on board, and we'll put them into the schedule as well. Include anything for the different ideas. Then Christmas will come, and we'll have specific events for Christmas. Last year we used the installations for Christmas events, and children came here and sung carols and things. We'd like to integrate that festival, the Christmas festival, in this welcome to the migrant population.
I sempre pensant en aquesta triple faceta, però aquí molt amb la integració.
So the idea is working on integration. There'll be a special place when we do the open door training session. In November, we'll be appraising and reviewing the project. We'll be constantly monitoring how things are going. Most of all, to end with, going back to the objectives, evidently, the more money we can raise, the better, but it's not just a question of money. It's a question of how many people we can get involved. It's what makes it different. It's all about the Barça DNA. We want to get the whole Barça family, everybody, all of us, to join in with this campaign. We're more important in qualitative things, perhaps, than quantitative things. So the emphasis is on as many people as possible being involved and participating to make this a successful campaign. Here are the ways that people can collaborate most directly. Through SMS text messages. You can, for every message sent to this number, to 28014, 1.2 euros. You can also make donations via the FCBarcelona.com website in English, the Catalan version. You can make donations by credit card, and also you can phone the club on 902 18 9900 and request further information. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. There's a video associated to this campaign, and today we'd like you to have a look at it. This is Tan Saval Don Banim. It doesn't matter where you come from. Thousands of refugees are arriving in the country, and it's created a situation of urgent emergency. Solidarity has always been part of FC Barcelona and its fans. We're more than a club. So we're calling with a message from our hymn, a song for unity, a call for solidarity. It doesn't matter where you come from the south or from the north. It's not a song anymore. It's now a cry for help. And that's a reminder of how you can collaborate with your donations.
I ara sí, un cop hem vist aquest vídeo d'aquesta campanya solidària...
So, after watching that video, we're going to open up to the press so the media can ask any questions they would like to.
Aquesta iniciativa del Barça, hem sentit aquests dies altres clubs com el Getafe, que
Other clubs like Getafe
un refugiat en concret per oferir-li feina.
have also
Jo volia
been
saber si aquesta campanya del Barça és pionera o
doing
sabeu d'altres clubs
projects like this. So is this a pioneering project from Barca, or is this part of all clubs around Europe also doing similar things?
En qualsevol cas, seria fantàstic que fos així.
No, it would be fantastic if things were like that, because
per la globalitat, no per
awareness is about globality.
però que ens agradaria doncs que
But of course,
aquesta forma de treballar,
we would like this way of working to also be used by other clubs. Of course, if we could work together with other clubs, fantastic. This is our project that we've explained in association with the Red Cross, but we want to collaborate as much as possible. We came out the other day together with Atletico Madrid. It was the two clubs that came out wearing the shirts the other day. So, of course, we're open to collaboration with other clubs.
Suposo que són conscients que aquesta gent de Síria està fugint d'un...
I assume you're aware that the people from Syria are coming from a country in conflict
per Qatar.
that has been in part financed by Qatar. So is this compatible to be wearing Qatar on your shirt and also helping these people?
compatible.
Of course it's compatible. Or is it compatible?
Jo potser no m'he explicat.
Perhaps I haven't explained myself. I'll try to reinforce the message I was expressing before. In a moment of catastrophe like this,
centenars de mils, malauradament milions de persones,
hundreds of thousands of people
a les portes de l'hivern, doncs,
in refugee camps with winter around the corner.
amb els companys de Creu Roja i se'm fa difícil.
We've been speaking with the Red Cross, and it's difficult to imagine, perhaps,
se'ns apropa,
without seeing it for yourself.
Algun dels nostres sponsors amb aquesta globalitat del club és mereixedor. Miri, abans estava assenyalant, nosaltres contem amb tots i cada un.
And we were saying before that we're counting on all of our sponsors to help.
Una prioritat que és focalitzar sobre el que...
And evidently the priority is to focus on what I was commenting on before.
Hola, aquí, Jordi. Bon dia. Adrià Albets, de la cadena SER. Per què el Barça, com a club, no ofereix una quantitat de diners?
Why does Barca, as a club, not just offer money? €1 million. Real Madrid offered €1 million.
Perquè no és la forma de treballar nostra.
Because that's not our way of working. I very much respect everybody's opinion.
Potser, no sé per què no un i no sis, no? Segona, doncs, perquè nosaltres tenim una forma de treballar que en qüestions...
We have a way of working on matters like this.
No és una acció voluntària com aquesta és a la nostra...
In a voluntary action, we need to take to our assembly of delegates. We couldn't make a decision that affects the resources of the members who are directly associated with this sporting project as well, for us to be donating 1, 2, 3 or how many millions to something. We need to open this up to the membership for them through their own voluntary free will to want to help out. But in any case, when we talk about the club making a contribution, the club belongs to the members. That's different. If we were to do this from our power from the board of directors, we need to do this in a way that the members are doing so individually through their own free will. We're a very unique sporting institution in that respect, and that's how we can focus on charity events in the way that we're doing.
Si no tiene un punto de incoherencia que un club que tiene como socio principal
He's repeating, it seems incoherent, the difference between having Qatar on the shirt.
Esto es un tema absolutamente en donde todos nuestra
This is a project in which our whole, every level of the club is focused on one single debate, which is the debate of migration. And I think it's clear that this shows part of the social will of this club and the way that our foundation works on such aid projects is part of the Barca DNA.
sostenidas.
The idea is not a one-off action, but a sustained action over time in which everybody involved in the Barca family can partake.
Le voy a hacer una curiosidad a raíz de la primera pregunta de Adrià. Entiendo que si la Asamblea de Compromisarios pide que se dé desde el club dinero,
So if the Assembly of Delegates ask to make a donation from the club,
¿consideraréis dar dinero?
would you then consider giving money? Well, the assembly is not something that you consult one person. You don't ask one person. It's not.
Pero no forma parte de una petición de la asamblea. Para que fuera así, nosotros deberíamos.
What we would need to do as the board of director is take the proposal to the assembly for their approval. In principle, it's not something we foresee, because we want to achieve success simply through this voluntary, free event involving all of the members.
Permítame, ya que tengo a un miembro de la Junta Directiva, que nos esclarezca un tema de FIFA en este caso.
I'd also like to speak about something regarding FIFA and the possibility of a player joining with the long-term injury to Rafinha. A comment that whether you can or not register a new player, there seems to be some discrepancy over whether this is possible or not. If you don't mind, I'd rather not answer any questions today that aren't connected with this matter that I'm presenting now. This is an atypical moment where I'm speaking about a foundation project about awareness raising, and I would like us all to focus on this project, if you don't mind, today, and for all the microphones and all the images and our roles to be focused on this one topic, because I think this is something that we really want to talk about today. And I think it's not because I don't want to answer your question. I know I always like to answer questions, but today I really think it would be appropriate to avoid answering questions that aren't directly connected with this subject.
Senyor Cardoner, Víctor Martí, Agència F, deia que tots els sponsors, els patrocinadors col·laborarien en aquesta campanya.
You said all the sponsors would be helping. So how will Qatar Airways be helping? All of the sponsors have the opportunity to participate. All the members, all the supporters clubs have the option to take part. It's their own free, voluntary decision to do so. People who want to come forward and collaborate are welcome to, and those who don't, they're more than welcome not to do so. We don't publish a list of who has to collaborate, who isn't collaborating, from the youngest to the oldest sponsor, member to sponsors. It's all about the spirit of what a campaign of awareness like this means. It's all down to what individuals want to do. And if people don't want to get involved in this project, then they don't do so. But we're pretty convinced that the vast majority of the Barca family will do so. That's why we're here, to set up the project and to start raising awareness and to ask you to help us with the channeling of messages.
Però precisament amb el que deia, que diu, tenim el suport de tots els partners i ara coincidint amb
But you say that you have
li van expressar aquest suport.
All of the support of all of the sponsors. Well, is Mr. Bartomeu going to explain to Qatar Airways that we also want them to be involved?
Molt focalitzat en aquest partner nostre.
I don't want you to focus so much on this one particular partner. Okay, I understand your questions, but I don't want us to only speak about that subject. I want us to speak about this project. We want it to arrive at people in the right way. From the main sponsors, which are Nike and Qatar, down to the smallest of sponsors. We're speaking with them all and working out ways that they can all collaborate.
Me gustaría saber si, señor Cardoner, ¿tiene alguna cantidad del club prefijada que se pueda llegar a superar, que se pueda alcanzar?
Do you have any kind of target figure that you're placing for your fundraising that you could say is how you could analyze whether it's a success or not? No, I think the success is the number of people that participate, obviously the amount of money that we can raise, but this is not a competition. There's no set figure. It's quite difficult right now to assess how much money we can raise, but we hope that it's an amount that's going to surprise people.
Doncs finalitzem aquest torn de
Okay, that's the end of the media presentation. We're going to end with a photograph session. And along with Mr. Cardoner, the Vice President, we have the representatives of the Red Cross.
I representants exacte d'una de les organitzacions que es beneficiarà segur d'aquesta campanya.
Which is an organization that's going to be benefiting from this campaign in favor of the refugees.
I senyor Enric Morist, president I coordinador de Creu Roja a
Catalunya.
Catalunya.
And Enric Morist, these are from the Catalonia Red Cross. Being pictured here with Mr. Cardoner, the first Vice President of FC Barcelona. Okay, they're thanking each other, and thank you to you for listening, and see you next time. Thank you very much.